proceed to the causes of obesity, which is internal causes that cause obesity. So the first is genes or hereditary factor. But gene is not the sole factor that can contribute to obesity. It increases the risk of getting obesity, but it also related to our lifestyle. If we tend to eat more, we don't take care of our own body, then we can get obesity. And it also interacts with other factors in the environment. Okay, then the next cause is prenatal and postnatal influence, which is pregnant mother who smoke or overweight tend to have child that most likely to get obesity. But if the excessive weight gain during infancy also raise the risk of obesity, but it can lower the risk by breastfeeding the child. Okay. And then the next cause is medical reason, which is underactive thyroid gland or hypothyroidism, which is thyroid gland that don't produce enough hormone. And another one is Cushing syndrome, which is a rare disorder that causes the overproduction of steroid hormone.
So for external causes, I'll be sharing with you two causes. One is two very common causes. One is poor diet, and another one is lack of physical activities. So as poor diet, you can say we consume excessive amounts of processed foods or high in fat foods. For example, when you're eating burger, that is the kind of food that has high calories, high fats, and then also high intake of sugars when you're drinking carbonated drinks. So if you really love drinking carbonated drinks, then the risk of getting obesity is higher compared to the others. It is nicer if you drink mineral water, plain water. Sky juice. Okay, so or when you eat outside of your house, okay, they use a lot of MSG. So MSG also contribute to obesity actually. So keep in mind that whenever you want to go out and eat, maybe you can choose, for example, Subway. They use fresh foods, so that kind of foods actually can lower the risk of getting obesity. Fruit juice as well. Actually, you should fruit juice that contains a lot of sugar. Like when you in UPM, right, there has a lot of these stalls sometimes in Serumpun, in KTP, where they sell mango juice. If you see, they put a lot of sugars in the drink. So this kind of drinks actually will increase your risk of getting obesity. Unless if you drink the mango
without sugar.
Yeah, without sugars. So that is okay. And comfort eating. Most of people do this comfort eating. When you feel depressed or when you're having your PMS, you tend to eat more. A lot of Malaysians are like this. So comfort foods actually will increase your risk of getting obesity lah. And the second one is everyone know lack of physical activity. Even though we know, but most of us just ignore the fact that you can get obesity if you're not exercise, or if you can do moderate exercising actually. For Malaysian, it is advised to do 150 minutes per day. You can go cycling, for example, early in the morning, walk to your college, walk to your faculty. Maybe that will take about 15 minutes. So after that, you go and walk to the restaurant, for example. So that will take another 15 minutes. You can break down into smaller periods. And during in the afternoon, go for cycling. this is a green campus after all, right? So go for cycling. Maybe that will take about 30 minutes. Before you go to bed, try to do light exercise. So take another 30 minutes. Then it's okay. And those who works in the office where you have to sit at your desk for 8 hours long, yeah, that will increase your risk of getting obesity as well. Or at home, for example, you're watching TV. While you're watching TV, do you eat junk foods? Or maybe like you want to take your lunch, but at the same time you're watching TV. That's actually increase the risk of getting obesity and hypertension. Okay. Also, if you're not exercising, this carbohydrate will turn into fats because you're not using those carbohydrates, so it will be stored as fat in your body. That's why your appearance keep getting bigger. I think that's all.
So I will proceed with effects. So mainly there are 3 effects of obesity, which is effect to our health, our psychology, and social. So the health, like if you have obesity, you have a higher blood pressure. I don't know. You have high tendency to have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease. All of that is related with the diabetes, because diabetes is fat deposited in our body, right?
In countries, yeah.
Yeah. So
Diabetes is not fat. Diabetes is associated with insulin.
yeah, because when that one is for heart disease,
Health problem.
Yeah.
Related to obesity.
Other than that, if you are obesity, you have a high tendency to have a joint problem because your body is big, so that
cannot support. I mean the leg cannot support your body, the knees and joints. That's why you get problems. If you do the surgery more, actually it gives more negative effects because it's just an artificial one. Surgery like you are playing with the surgery is how is it? It's operating the actual structure of your knees. Then when you're using the how to say,
Because naturally our knee have their own lubricant. That lubricant are the things that absorb shock, and when you replace it with it will not be the same. It will not be the same. Then it always goes back to nature. The most natural one is the best.
And the lubricant cannot be replaced,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
once in your life.
It's like a cushion.
That's
If
why-
the cushion's gone, then you have
That's why knee problems
Friction.
are more
From
common
friction.
among older generation because they have used their knees for like 50, 60 years. So old things get less efficient in time. Wow.
other health effect is sleep apnea, which is they have a difficulty to sleep because of their respiratory problem. Because they stop breathing for a brief period, so that they cannot sleep very well. So next is psychological effect, which is mental illness like depression and anxiety, and then low quality of life, because maybe especially for children in their school, they will be teased by their friends.
So it will give a low self-esteem to them and easily get bullied.
Yes, by their peers. So this
mean fat body. Because people will find like you are such a lazy guy, hard to move here and there. So in order them to employ him or that girl is like will not become a very good priority to them anymore. So it will become discriminate to him. So it will, the chances or the choices of getting the job also affected, affected by their body, their obesity, because you won't go for a construction or you won't go for any like working more jobs for the obesity person, right?
It's hard for them to find soulmate too.
And then my aunt
It's highly arguable.
Yes.
actually one of my aunt is those who will interview all those candidates who apply for the jobs in Bank Negara. Those who works on the front desk, they will never pick less attractive and obese people. I'm sorry to say, but that is a fact actually in real world in Malaysia. Because front desk is what represent that organization, the image of the organization. So they will never select.
You can even see for the airlines, like
The
the stewardess.
stewardess.
Did you ever see
I've been to like many airlines, Jetstar, Vietnam Airlines,
Singapore Airlines.
Jetstar. Malaysian Airlines, there is 9.
Yeah, because one of the reasons is you can't fit your large build in such tight dress. So it's expensive.
And then like they have the maximum weight in for they can carry like
And the space as well is very tight, so it's difficult for them to move.
But I keep wondering how do they move in such tight?
Just
It's not even stretchy. It's stretchy and I can okay, maybe it's stretchy, but
No, it's not stretchy. It's very fitting.
Yeah.
If they sit down, it's like anytime can ride.
okay, maybe we should move on to the next.
Are you done with the effect or what's the more? You're done.
Okay, it's just about social perspective. Towards economy, it's just like when you have a large body, when you have a lot of people is obese, then your your life expectancy is getting low because you tend to have more disease. Health problems. Medical care. Yeah, medical care increases the expenditure of medical care increases, so it will decrease the economy. So what I can say is obesity contributes in all fields. That's I can say.
Shazana?
Okay, for the treatment and solution. Okay, for now we divided these obesity problems into two, which is very extreme obesity and also like the people who having obesity itself, just like very moderate obesity. And for the moderate obesity, we are picking on only two solutions, which is like easy for the nation in Malaysia to have that kind of treatment, which is first is diet. What are the food consumptions for you? What are the food you have to consume? Something like that. So for the diet, for these obesity people, they should to eat more fruits and less carbs.
Fruits. Did you say fruit? Fruit is a source of carbohydrate. That's why she explained just now. Fruit juice is not so good because just imagine in one fruit juice you blend 2 mangoes to produce one fruit juice. But when you eat 2 mangoes in the whole? No. So it's like you are consuming the nutrient of 2 mangoes in one cup.
The primary source of the carbs is the sugar. If we can combine 2 different fruits, like some people, like my father always did, he combine grapes and then other types of fruits. without adding any sugar. So if that particular fruit is too sweet, then you can
Okay. If in that kind of situation, maybe for this kind of obesity people, they can control their food. For example, they use a small plate, which is different from other people's plate, and then they divide into four, and then only one of the quarter of it they use to consume rice maybe, and two out of four part of it they only have to eat for the vegetables, such as vegetables, and the other quarter of the plate used for protein. So that is one kind of diet that they can practice for having method in reduce weight, to reduce weight, and for other things they have to drink a lot of water. As we know, we have to consume 6 to 8 cups of water, but actually it depends on the weight of your body. If your weight is more, you have to consume it's not that much of water, but reduce the sugar or carbonated drinks and replace it with the plain water. And just now we have like what the like lemon you put inside the detox water. Detox water is one of the method to reduce weight also, and I think that green tea also you can use to reduce weight. Other than that, in eating habit is also one of the method you can use to reduce the weight. For example, breakfast is very important. We couldn't skip your breakfast, because of if you skip your breakfast, you tend to eat more on your lunch. So breakfast, maybe you can take your breakfast with like something high in fiber and something like that. And if you just now we really exposed to the Atkins diet.
Is it good?
I've heard that some people say it's
There's got pros and cons, but it depends on the individual. Sometimes you can consume more protein and fiber, then it helps you in reducing your weight. Okay. Other than just now I said about the extreme obesity problems. For those people who having the more extreme obesity, what I mean by extreme obesity, they can't move, is too fat, is too obese. But these kind of problems is like lessly found in Malaysia, but is more in overseas, something there. In US, a lot of problems there. So they are more prefer to have surgery compared to have diet or any other treatment solutions. So for the next solution is
the next solution is exercise. We know that obese people, we can expect them to suddenly go jog, right? They have to start somewhere. So the basic type of exercise is fast walk. Like there's you can walk. It's not running, right? Just walk fastly. With the kind of a few like pace you can choose, like fast walk, then take a break little, then do it again. It seems like if you went to the gym or you go try to swim, it's not suddenly you can go fast, right? We take it slowly. Then choose the type of exercise that you enjoy. Don't, because if you don't like to do something and then you force yourself, the type of the exercise, you won't feel like doing it anymore. The next time is that you lose your interest to exercise. And don't expect to exercise suddenly for whole 2 hours. It takes a lot of time for our body to manage that time for the exercise. So start about half an hour. That don't set a very dramatic what we call expectation. Like you have to fulfill that thing for this, because it's not easy for our body to
Stickly.
to what yes, and then do try to avoid the situation where you will get stuck in the like when your friend eat a lot and then suddenly you're there and you watch her eat a lot too. Try, if you know that she was like that, and then you try to separate yourself from the person, like
Avoid the situation.
avoid those temptation. And lately there's a lot of exercising program like Biggest Loser, you know. Biggest Loser. That's for the obese people. They don't have the motivation, but they know the importance of getting slimmy for getting a good body condition. So they enlist themselves in the program, and then eventually they were forced to do it right. So lastly, this the medication. Medication is not preferable actually if you don't have the prescription of a doctor or pharmacist, because if you take without any prescription or without any limitation, it will cause side effect to your body, like holes in the heart. Especially if you take the wrong medication for the wrong amount, it will definitely have a big side effect at your heart, mostly at your heart.
Heart problems.
I'm sorry, can you repeat again?
For the medication, if you take the wrong, without any prescription, the right amount, it will mostly attack your heart. Because for medication, slimming pills, I think, if you take it a lot, it will cause
And it also can affect your kidney.
because they need to filter a lot of things to remove
impurities.
Wrong medication will expose us to another.
It doesn't mean that you cannot take the medication at all. But
we need to.
if you know that your doctor or pharmacist told you to take that, it actually help. If you take a little amount of medication, then you exercise, you go on the right diet, it will boost your routine for slimming. But excessive amount is very bad.
We just take the medication that's suggested by the doctor,
Yes.
not just simply take any medication from here, there, and then end up you get another problem.
Don't be tempted by the advertisement.
So that's all.
That's all for this right?
Yeah.
We have other things to add.
I don't think so, right?
That's all for us. Thank you.